Okay, before I answer who wins the Stanley Cup, I'm going to take a trip back to my predictions so far in the playoffs. I had the Florida Panthers lose in the first round to Boston, I had Florida lose to Toronto in the second round, and I had Florida lose to Carolina in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I also had Vegas losing in the second round to the Edmonton Oilers. So now what? Who is the best of the losers that I picked previously in the playoffs? Well, Vegas is the best team. They are more deep up front. They got the better group of defensemen. When you put these 6 defensemen that can play offense, that can play physical, they're big and strong. They may not have the best goaltender in Vegas with Adin Hill, but he doesn't have to outplay Sergei Bobrovsky. Adin Hill didn't have to outplay anybody, although he did when you look at Jake Ottinger in the Western Conference Finals. But Adin Hill just has to be steady. He has to be consistent and be steady. The Vegas Golden Knights are much more deeper in every position when it comes to their players group. They got the best, well, maybe not the best player in the series because I believe that's Matthew Tkachuk, but they got the best top 6, right? And they can mix and match in their top 6. They got a shutdown guy like Mark Stone that can go head-to-head with Matthew Tkachuk and not be phased with the physicality and the energy that Tkachuk brings to the game. Now, I do think that the Cinderella side of the Florida Panthers is going to have something to say about playing with a different energy, with an edge, and the rest may be an advantage to the Florida Panthers. And they do have Sergei Bobrovsky. And if he goes out and steals a couple of games in this series, well, maybe it's a coin flip in Game 7. But I do think that Vegas is going to make quick work of this Stanley Cup final by being able to roll 4 lines, 3 groups of pairs on the defense, and really take advantage of the matchups in the first 2 games that the series is in Vegas, and then they'll roll from on. So I have Vegas in 5. I know I've been kind of against the Florida Panthers from the start of the playoffs, but I do think that it finally ends. Vegas is going to win a cup in their first 6 years of existence. Who would have said that? Well, listen, wait, Bill Foley said that. A cup in 6 years. I do think it happens in 5 games this season.